This week's tactical will be on field awareness for the offensive player. As always, our point of emphasis is in blue. The way this is going to be set up is we'll have two 20-yard squares that are connected together, so it'll be a rectangle of 40 yards by 20. We may make that smaller at the U10 level, but we'll keep around that space. There will be two players each roaming in their own squares, and basically they need to receive passes from players who are open. So this player one here, for example, would say like to player four, "Hey, pass me the ball," indicate that they want the ball passed to them, and then they would need to pass to a player who doesn't have a ball. So the ball would obviously come in from here to here, and then the player would pass from here to here with that ball, make the connection, ball would be passed. Um, then the player would obviously need to find a new player to communicate with. So maybe it's over here to player six and say, "Pass me the ball." Ball would go from here to here. Ball moves because they don't want to take that ball from the same player. Then they may look at player one and say, "Pass me the ball." Now, players four and one can work both sides of the field, so they need to be ready to pass the ball to both sides. It's possible that both four and one may not have a ball at the same time. The balls could end up like this, and here. And so then these players obviously would need to be looking to get these balls passed in, and they'll get it back up into that space. There'll be 8 players for the activity. If we need to throw a ninth player in, we can do that. If we want to put like a player here with the ball, or even here, if the numbers dictate it. But it is designed to be an 8-person activity. We'll set up 3 squares, working through it. Let the player in the middle basically pass for 2 to 3 minutes, and then rotate, so that by doing those rotations every 2 to 3 minutes, once you do the explanation, if you do it about 3 minutes of passing in between, the middle players will go out to the out, and then players will come in, and with 8 players you can do 4 rotations of 3 minutes. That should get you to 12 minutes. So depending on how long it takes you to get going, you can kind of decide how long to spend before you make 2 new players come in. And then just make sure players in the middle rotate around, so they're not always stuck in the middle here, because this is a more challenging position, but get other people in that position. So it might be like you say, like, player 3 and 4 go to the middle, players 1 and 2 go on the outside, everybody rotates around, counterclockwise. Again, the goal here is to know where the ball is, communicate that you want the ball, and then to be aware of where the pass needs to go before you make so that you already know where you're going with your pass. Inevitably, 2 players may get to the same ball at the same time. Just sort of say like, "Hey, be aware," and then give the ball back to both teams, and let this player have 1 ball, throw the ball to another empty player, and then keep the activity going.